Just want to see what's happening here. Okay. Hey guys. Hey. It's been some time, but I thought I want to come in live. Hey Blaze, is that you? So I thought I want to come in here and do this live. Because I think I feel, not that I feel, hey Blaze, I feel that there's something happening in the ethers, or astrologically or planetary. I don't know how many of us are acquainted with it. Not many of us are, but still, they are the I believe that somehow or rather we are affected by the planetary energies, okay? And a lot of us are experiencing some sort of like changes, upheavals, and things that are happening sometimes a little bit out of our control. Things that we might not necessarily like, because I mean, who likes some shit to happen to ourselves? I mean, like, who likes these sort of unexpected events, negative events that just comes up and we're just like, what the hell is happening here? Okay. So that's what I'm here about. That's what I'm here to sort of talk to you guys about. I feel so much empathy for those of us who are experiencing this sense of, so there are a few themes, okay? The people that have been in contact with me, they've been saying things like how, this sort of feelings and emotions seem to just hit them out of the blue, and how they feel sometimes really, what do you call that? Hopelessness is the theme. Like, they can't seem to do anything about their situation, or for this one recent thing I've heard was an accident actually happened. Thankfully, nothing went wrong. I mean, nobody was injured. For some other people, it's like things came to a head in a sense that something happens in their life where it's forcing them to really look at the situation and like, oh my gosh, this thing just isn't working out, and we've got to, like, let's do something about it. Or some people will not do anything about it. Some people will just go, oh my gosh, this is happening again. Why is this happening again? What's happening? Like, why is this happening to me? Okay, I don't know how many of you guys are experiencing that. Hi Abigail, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that. How are you? How is everyone? Hello Usman, Vincent, Joyanto, Shufen. Okay. So today I'm actually here to sort of extend my love and support. I think I'm just gonna do this. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna move this one up. Is this working? Wait, Tate, you can't turn your phone. Oh, I can't turn my phone. Okay. So I'm here because I want to sort of extend my support to those of you who might be experiencing that. I want you guys to know, if you're experiencing and going through a hard time, that that this too shall pass, okay? We are experiencing some intense energies that's happening all around right now. Whether you are into astrology, whether you are into, all this planetary stuff, it's actually kind of irrelevant as to the question that you need to ask yourself is, what are you feeling now? And what are you experiencing? Okay, so if you're going through some upheavals and going through some, a hard time, just take it easy. Take it easy, because things are coming up to the surface, things that you need to change, things that you need to really look at, so that you can make these amendments and somehow do something about it, so that when this phase is over, your life won't look the same as it is now. But the one thing that I encourage everyone to be mindful of is, if these things are coming up right now, things that are happening to you right now, you are just sort of like, okay, you let these patterns continue, you let this shitty stuff continue to happen, and you do nothing to change it. You just go, Like, okay, you just go into victim mode and go, okay, this is what's happening to me. Um, yeah. Uh, what I encourage you is really allow yourself the space to look at these issues that are happening in your life right now. Whether it is, I mean, whether these are issues that you're not particularly proud of, whether these are issues that are relevant to you or coming into your consciousness or awareness. Sometimes issues that happen to us are not necessarily our own stuff, but things things around us, like family. Personally, I also experience some sort of like a family issue, recurring issue, right? So these sort of events that happen to us are more like things that's already happened before, that are just happening again, so that we can look at them and hopefully be able to resolve them. And we can either take this mentality where we go into this blaming attitude and go, okay, why is this happening to me again? We can go that way, or we can actually go, okay, this is showing up again. What is this situation trying to tell me? What can I do about this situation so that I can make some shifts or create some changes? And I mean, I think essentially this is the one way in which change can start to happen. Okay, if you don't want to go through this process again of feeling like you are stressed out over the same thing, I don't know how many of you experienced this, but for me, there are times in my life where there are repeating events that keep happening over and over again. I found myself in the same situations over and over and over again for years. And I was asking myself, why did this continue to happen to me? Like I will reach certain points during the year, and sometimes it will be fine and sometimes it will not be fine. It's always around the same issues. And I work with people who deals with the same thing too. Like they keep experiencing this same shit that keeps happening to them, and they wonder why. When, to be honest, they're not really taking those actions that are changing those things. And this is exactly what I was speaking to a client yesterday. Like I said, look, whatever that's happening now, I know you're frustrated and you feel like you're just being, you just can't do this anymore. Like, why does this keep happening? And my response to her was, it's happening for a reason. Okay, if you have resolved these issues, the chances of it happening again, or the intensity in which you feel the effects of those issues, won't be as strong if you have actually resolved the problem, right? If the problem has been resolved and it doesn't bother you anymore, and you know how to manage it, why would you feel that way about that issue? It just comes out, you could just wash all over you and you go, okay, it's not an issue anymore. But an issue is an issue when it's an issue, like, which means there's something in there that you would definitely have to look at. Personally, if I will share a personal challenge, I've recently gone through a breakup. Okay, and I wasn't ready to talk about it, and that's actually one of the reasons why I'm back in Johor, in JB, because that breakup is the right thing to do by me. I'm not somebody to be all hung up about that. I'm not somebody to be really crying over spilt milk. Usually I make a decision before I actually make the actual decision. It's like that decisions I've been going on that for about 2-3 months now. And I knew that, in the beginning of January, before I moved back, I knew that if I don't look at this issue, I don't resolve it, I know that I will be suffering right now. I know that I will be in so much pain that, it's unacceptable. I know myself by now, with all the experiences that I've had, that if I don't make a certain decision, that I'm going to cause myself so much more pain and so much more unnecessary time and stress. And because I'm committed to serving you guys, I'm committed to serving my community, and I'm committed to serving my clients, that because I'm in a service business, that I can't actually afford to go back there again and put myself in this mental state of like turmoil. Okay, I knew that it was an issue I need to look at. So the one thing today, I invite all of you here, if you're watching this and somehow you are resonating with what I'm saying here, or you know of people who are going through some hard times, some challenging times, okay? What can we do differently about this situation? What action can we take that will give us a different result? Okay, we all want to just feel better in our lives. All we want is to feel good about ourselves in our lives. We want to be able to feel like we're growing, want to love life. We want to feel like we're in this inspired flow and just, hopefully doing the things that we love. I'm having that opportunity now, so I can speak for that. But I'll tell you, 6 years, 7 years ago, this is not the case. I was never in a place where nor did I actually believed that I'm able to do what I love. Okay, so I've managed to work through that. If you need help with that, let me know. Okay, because that's what I do. I'm able to, break through that limitation or limiting belief. So another thing that came up for me right now is, how do we actually perceive or view these negative events or challenges in our lives? I've actually did a video on that, about the reason for why we have pain and challenges. The reason why I keep talking about that is because if we do not actually experience these little kind of challenges in our daily lives, we honestly, like, there's no reason why we need to be here, in my opinion. And we need to experience some degree of stress, okay? Not too much, not too little, because too little causes us to be complacent. Too much causes us to be like overly stressed, okay? We do need to experience a degree of stress and a degree of challenge so that we can grow, so that things become fun. Or like, it's fun because you get to grow, you get to explore, you get to know who you really are in spite of these challenges in our lives. So whether it is depression, whether it is loneliness, whether it is you guys getting so freaking frustrated with the lockdown, trust me, I have been feeling extremely frustrated with the lockdown. Like, just raise your hands if this is you. I have been feeling so sick and tired of the lockdown because I'm somebody who likes to go out, have my coffee. I like to do my work in cafes. I enjoy being out from time to time. Not all the time, but I like the freedom of movement. And this lockdown, this second or third lockdown now can be a little bit frustrating because I can't even go out and have a meal if I want to. I can't even go out and enjoy the luxury stuff that I like, which makes me happy, okay? So, I mean, what is it? What is it that is sort of, irritating you? What is it that is annoying the shit out of you? That is what it is. Some things we can change, some things we can't change. Oh, Blaze, I hope you're well, Blaze. You have been responsive with the emoticons. I hope you're okay. Let me know if you ever need to talk, okay? And the rest of you here, if you're going through a hard time, this video is about that. This video is about, really let's just like look at what is it that we're experiencing, and just like acknowledge that, like allow ourselves to understand that I think in the next month or so, it's an opportunity for us to look at these issues, to acknowledge that something needs to change, right? And consciously choosing to dive in deep with that. Like, don't run away anymore. If these things are coming up, allow yourself the space to sort of look at it and go, yes, this is happening to me. Yes, this is what is showing up. So is there something that I can do? Like, what is it I can do differently now? Like, what is it that you can do now that during a normal situation you wouldn't? You'll probably, take the opportunity to just like run away. We all do that. We do this avoidant technique where we just refuse to look at the situation, right? That's why we continue facing these similar challenges. We run away from it. I don't know if you guys are, into personal growth or whatever it is. I think that personal growth is extremely important for each for ourselves. Okay. There are many people I've met who obviously are not into it. Everyone is on a different life journey. But personally, um, I think that personal growth or learning, continuously learning, is not just for ourselves. It's also for, the experience of others, of us, around us, right? And this is something that I also want to share today, very quickly before I end this. That is, how can we actually live our lives in a way that doesn't just revolve around ourselves? How can we live our lives in a way that allow ourselves to feel more love, feel more connection, feel more inspired flow? And personally, I have been experiencing this where when I live my life, and this is again, this book, I've learned this concept from the book 12 People You Love. Very interesting book that is shared with me from a friend called Aaron. Amazing guy who is just an absolute wonderful, influence and like an example of showing up as, showing up as love, right? That he's a good example. Anyway, I realized that how I feel more connected within myself, how I feel more love and how I stay in the flow is when I live my life really looking to see how I can contribute and give value to others. In fact, the times when I feel completely really depressed or really confused is when I don't, when I live my life thinking only about myself. When I think about, oh my gosh, it's all about me. When we live our lives, unfortunately, only for us, or we get stuck in this mindset that, it's okay, like it's our problems, what will the world think about me, what will others think about me? Unfortunately, when we stay in that mindset rather than going into the mindset of service, of contributing, of giving value to the people around us, I don't know, there's something quite limiting about that. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with me first, because without the me there can be no the rest of the world. But what I'm saying is to level up, to find more meaning and purpose. It's also about asking ourselves the question as to where can we give value, where can we give support, where can we give love to the people around us. So coming back to the topic of personal growth and doing all this self-inquiry, like doing all this questioning of ourselves, what can we do differently, what can we do to grow ourselves, is also not just for ourselves but for the people who are experiencing us, for the people around us. That when we live our lives, friends and family, yes, hi Lynette. So when we live our lives in a way that it's not just for us, it's something just shifts. I mean, I'm more than happy to share more information on this. But guys, today I really want to encourage all of you and those of you who will be watching this after the live, to allow yourself the space. If you're going through any challenging times, if you're going through a time where you are having questions of yourself, your life, what you're doing, or you're facing the whatever issues, allow yourself the space to really just look at that. Don't run away anymore. Okay, for the next how many days or so, when Mercury is retrograde, just entertain me, just play with me here. This astrological thing. For this amount of time, it's a good time to really look at that. And by the time this phase is over, if you do what's right, you'll find that actually you will not be the same person within the next 30 days after 30 days. Okay. And remember, this too shall pass. Whatever that you're experiencing now will shift. Nothing is permanent. Not the good, not the bad. And if you're experiencing good stuff, great. Ride on the wave of success. Ride on that wave, okay? You're experiencing good stuff. So ride with that wave. If you're experiencing bad stuff, just remember that ain't gonna last, okay? And what can you do differently? I've said this so many times in this life. What can we do differently that's going to change your situation, that by the time that this phase is over, things will not be the same again and you will be a different person. Okay? Everything's going to be okay. Everything always turn out well at the end of the day. You're guided, and hopefully you're guided to watch this video and or this live. And thank you so much for connecting with me here. I really extend my love and my blessings to all of you, and it is my intention and that you receive what you will from this video, and you are guided and inspired to make the right choices and decisions so that you can resolve whatever issue that you're facing, so that you can resolve and work through your challenges. Let me know what you think about this video. You can feel free to connect with me to my DMs. I'm more than happy to hear what you have to say and what you have to think. God bless you. Universe bless you. Whatever you believe in. So much love to all of you. And I'm going to say bye for now. Have an absolutely wonderful day or night, wherever you are. Bye. Thank you, Blaze. I hope you're well. Stay well. Connect with me, okay? Take care.